have the latest with Tayler and Chance. So Tayler, she has made things official with her new man. She posted this picture with this guy. They're laying together in bed. And then just a few days later, after she posted this picture, they made things Facebook official. His name's Ryan Barnes. He has a daughter that I've seen, like a younger daughter. She appears to be like 4 or 5 years old. That's all I really know about him, besides the fact that he's really tatted up just like Tayler. And Taylor's ex, Chance, he hasn't been having the best of luck lately because he was arrested a few weeks ago. He was arrested the day before Halloween on October 30th because he had 3 warrants. 1 warrant for a parole violation, and he has no bond for that one. And then he has 2 warrants for 2 traffic offenses, and one is $150 cash only bond, and the other one is $111. So he is still currently in custody at this time with that parole violation. He really doesn't have a choice since the judge has placed a no bond on him. And I have talked to his girlfriend Alyssa, who is currently pregnant with their 2nd child together, and she claims that Chance turned himself in. She said that she has hired a lawyer, and the lawyer is trying to do whatever he can to try to get him out as soon as possible. I was assuming that Chance was likely visiting his son Mason that he shares with Tayler when he got arrested, because him and Alyssa had moved to Illinois for a while when she had her first baby. And I think a lot of the reason was, 1, they wanted to be close to Alyssa's family since she was about to give birth, and 2, because he had warrants back in Missouri that he's been ducking and dodging, and these are the warrants that finally caught up with him. Chance is currently on parole from his 22-year prison sentence that he received back in 2019 for robbing a bank and a salon, and he has a court date for these charges on January 8th, and this warrant was originally issued for his arrest, well, warrants, plural, back in May. That was after he failed to appear for a court date back in September of 2024, and that's when he decided to just flee to Illinois. And these charges he has a warrant out for, some pretty serious charges. It's a traffic violation, but there's some pretty serious ones. It's from that whole incident when he decided to crash his truck, and then he allegedly stole a woman's car and then dipped out and then found her credit card in the car, and then went inside a gas station and bought gas and cigarettes. So not only is he facing charges related to stealing that woman's car, but he's also dealing with stealing her credit card on top of that, which that's a serious felony charge. This was 2 weeks after he was just arrested for a DUI. Like, he had a really rough December that year when he racked up all these charges. I believe it was December of 2023. And then after that, he fled to Illinois with his girlfriend Alyssa in Jack Taylor's car, and then he got arrested in Indiana when he allegedly, according to court records, threw his girlfriend Alyssa out of a moving truck while she was pregnant. She admitted to the police, according to the arrest report, but she denies this, that he had thrown her out of the car, and she claimed this isn't the only time that he had done something like put his hands on her. And so he ended up getting arrested, but then she ended up writing letter after letter to the judge, to the point where they had to tell Alyssa, please stop writing letters to the courts. We are not opening them. We are not entertaining them. Then Chance tried telling me that they ended up dropping the charges. I never found any evidence of that. Last time I reached out to the courts, they said the charges were still active. So I'm not sure if they ever issued a warrant or what's going on with that. But I mean, if they end up going back to Illinois, they better take a detour and not go through Indiana, or he might just be right back in jail. And I do want to let you guys know that when I was told that he turned himself in with these charges, I was told that by Alyssa, but I did not find anything like in the court records that confirm that. So I can't say 100% for sure if that's the case or not, but that's what Alyssa's claiming happened. In time, I'll eventually get more information once they update the records, and I'll be able to confirm if that's what happened or not. He was arrested in the county that Tayler lives in, and it looks like Alyssa has either been at Tayler's house or been visiting near Tayler's house because she's been spending time with Tayler's son Mason. She said she spent the night with him and she was happy to see that the two brothers were able to spend time together. And Alyssa, right before it came out that Chance had been arrested, she had posted that some women were trying to take her man. She said, I think it's hilarious when other women come at me about wanting to take my man and how they'll hold it down for him and make sure he's taken care of with what he's going through, coming at me, trying to one-up me in my relationship. But I haven't seen shit except for me holding it down for him. What the F? Like the other day, I was venting to this chick about handling financial shit for Chance. Okay, my freaking cat is knocking all the ornaments off my tree. Okay, anyways. And she comes, dude, stop. Man, I thought my two toddlers were going to be a handful when it came to messing with my Christmas tree. I had no idea that my cat was going to be the biggest nuisance of them all. But anyways, so she goes and she comes back with, oh, don't worry, I got it. I'll make sure he's straight and that he's taken care of. I wonder if she's talking about him being in jail now. And then she's like, well, guess who's handling it? Me. Dumbass acted like I was incapable and it was her job. And then when we go and hang out with her, she tries to get him alone in a room without me. He wasn't going for it. This was supposed to be one of our close friends to both of us, and all of a sudden she wants to take him from me. Chance came to me and said he had such weird vibes from being in this situation and then that we needed to get out of there. And we both left and haven't said ish to her. Hilarious. You bitches could never be me or do what I do. When you date a man that's got a fan base. You know, this is just pure speculation. I bet Chance was probably talking to the girl before and getting this girl excited, thinking that there was a chance, and this girl probably thought that she could get him away and do something with him. Or maybe he had her convinced that maybe Alyssa would be down for something too. But then he realized once Alyssa was around, either one, she wasn't going to let them sneak away and just be all dumb and naive. Or two, he probably realized that she wasn't game for it. And that's when he decided to change his mind and was like, okay, let me just go ahead and go home and see if I can do this later when Alyssa's not around. I don't know. I don't have any proof of that. But just how we saw Tayler or Chance do Tayler, that's just what I'm thinking. And a lot of people in the comments were just like pointing out similar things. Some people were like, yeah, girl, screw girls who are little hoes. And other people were like, girl, Chance is no prize. Someone said, Messy, I want a name. And she said, no, because I'm still waiting for her to hold it down and show out for him more than me. We shall see. And someone else said, imagine thinking this is a flex. Aren't you embarrassed? And she said, no. Someone said, I have secondhand embarrassment. You need to be worried about the men. And she said, nope. And someone else said, don't nobody want him. He's a drunk, has a gambling problem, and clearly likes men, meaning as a woman, you can't feel that desire. Then someone said he's nasty and he likes guys, and Alyssa said, if you say so. And then someone pointed out, well, remember when he got Tayler that infection because he went from back to front, back to the back, and maybe that's why he liked sticking in the back so much, is because he has the thing for the other sex. Someone else said, quick question, isn't your man a weenie lover like the rest of us girls? And then Alyssa said, thanks, girl, for your input. That's just what I'm going to start saying when someone trolls me. I'm just going to be like, thank you for your input. And then someone else said, pretty sure there's sugar in his tank. And she said, I don't know, maybe. Someone said, I guess we'll see y'all next season. And she said, maybe. And someone else said, not a flex, no way that man is straight to begin with. And she said, I don't care what he is, as long as he's mine. And then someone else said, I know 4 different women in which your husband is in their inbox, but go off, girl. Alyssa said, how do you know it ain't me responding? I mean, but what would be the benefit in responding, though, if other women are hitting up Chance? I mean, that just wouldn't look good for him if somebody was posting it, even if it was Alyssa responding from his profile, because I just don't understand the benefit with that. And someone else was like, Chance just got arrested a week ago, and then she explains, like, you know, you're pregnant with a son right now, and he may have to potentially visit his dad in jail, and that's going to be hard on him. I wonder if Alyssa's going to be staying with Tayler now in the meantime. I would assume that's what she's likely going to do because she doesn't really have any friends or family out here in Missouri. And she was out here visiting, and Chance is in jail. And I know she was working at Bob Evans back in Illinois, but she's back in Missouri. And now she's stuck out here in Missouri. Then I don't think she has that job anymore. So I would assume that she's likely going to stay with Tayler. I don't know for sure though, that's just my assumption, but let me know what you guys think about everything in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching.